Good evening and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you 100 news and updates from the country and the world in 30 minutes. Let's begin. Chief Operations Officer of the Royal Bhutan Army, Lieutenant General Batu Sherinkis, is on a 6-day visit to India to further enhance the already close defence ties between the two nations. He laid a wreath at the National War Memorial in New Delhi today. COO of the Royal Bhutan Army received a Guard of Honour in New Delhi on Monday. He was received by India's Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi. India's budget session continued in the Parliament on Monday with the motion of thanks on the President's address taken up by both the houses. The discussion began in the lower house of the Lok Sabha but was marred by protests by the opposition over Mahakumbh mishap. Proceedings in the upper house of the Rajya Sabha also witnessed disruptions over Mahakumbh mishap with all opposition members staging a walkout. The Vice President and Chairman of Rajya Sabha, Jagdeep Thankar, announced the reconstituted panel of Vice Chairpersons for 267th session of Rajya Sabha on Monday. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar slammed the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, over his remarks on External Affairs Minister's US visit in the lower house of the Parliament on Monday. Chairman of the Russian Parliament, Bulletin, arrived in India on Monday for an official visit. Bulletin received a warm welcome upon his arrival. Volodin, along with his delegation, visited the Parliament House on Monday. During the visit, he is expected to hold discussions with Indian leaders. Addressing the House, Speaker of the lower house, Om Birla, welcomed the Russian parliamentary delegation led by Volodin. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla held a meeting with Volodin and the Russian parliamentary delegation in the Parliament House. The Speaker said that this visit will strengthen India's strategic relationship and will contribute to the growing cooperation between the two parliaments. Volodin called on Vice President Jagdeep Thankar at the Parliament House on Monday. Both the leaders underlined the significance of enhancing parliamentary ties between the two nations. Jagdeep Thankar presided over the meeting of the Business Advisory Committee at the Parliament House on Monday. The meet was attended by various members of the Parliament. In a post-budget press conference held on Monday in New Delhi, India's Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw said that in the last 10 years, 1,832 kilometers of new railway tracks have been constructed in Bihar. A large number of devotees continue to take holy dip in Prayagraj and offer prayers to Goddess Saraswati on the occasion of Basant Panchami on Monday, marking the third and the last Amrit Snan at Mahakumbh. Flower petals were showered at akhadas and devotees at Triveni Sangam as they take part in Amrit Snan on the occasion of Basant Panchami. In view of the influx of devotees, Uttar Pradesh authorities have been instructed to adopt zero-error measures. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has been continuously monitoring the security arrangements at the war room of his official residence. All departments involved in the Mahakumbh are coordinating through the Kumbh Command and Control Centre. The Command Centre enables efficient management of emergencies and disruptions. The Election Commission of India has issued a notification banning the conduct, publication or publicising of exit polls during voting hours in Delhi on the 5th of February. Navy Chief Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi inaugurated the Indian Navy Outreach Pavilion in Madhya Pradesh on Sunday. The event aims at promoting maritime consciousness amongst the youth to join the Indian Navy. An ex-serviceman, Manzoor Ahmed Waghei, was shot dead by terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir's Behi Pak area of South Kashmir while his family was injured. Indian equity indices ended on a weak note on Monday. At the close, the Nifty declined 0.52% to 23,361.05. Sensex dropped 0.4% to close at 77,192.86. Indian rupee plunged 55 paise to close at an all-time low of 87.17 against the US dollar on Monday. Oil prices rose on Monday. Brent crude futures rose 78 cents to $76.45 a barrel after touching a high of $77.34. Gold futures maturing on the 4th of April were priced at 82,912 rupees per 10 grams on multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for the 5th of March maturity stood at 93,800 rupees per kilogram on the MCX. Bitcoin, the world's biggest and best-known crypto, fell to $94,476.18 on Monday morning in Asia, touching a three-week low of around $91,441.89. China's factory activity grew at a slower pace in January. The S&P Global Manufacturing PMI slipped to 50.1 in January from 50.5 the previous month. Generative artificial intelligence heavyweight OpenAI launched a new AI tool called Deep Research, which it said conducts multi-step research on the internet for complex tasks. Samsung Electronics chairman J.Y. Lee was found not guilty of accounting fraud and stock manipulation by a Seoul appeals court on Monday. US President Donald Trump acknowledged that his tariffs on key trading partners including Mexico, Canada and China may cause economic hardships for Americans. However, Trump believes it would be worth the price to secure US interests. Trump accused the European Union of treating the United States unfairly in trade and vowed to take action as part of his America First economic agenda. European Union leaders are meeting in Brussels to discuss efforts to boost Europe's defences in the face of an aggressive Russia. The agenda includes geopolitics and transatlantic relations, with Trump's latest trade measures a key concern. Reacting to Donald Trump's tariff threats to the European Union Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas said there are no winners in a trade war. French President Emmanuel Macron stated that if Europe is attacked on commercial interests, it will have to make itself respected. Luxembourg's Prime Minister said that the answer to trade tariffs is to reply with the same measures. Denmark's Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen reiterated on Monday that Greenland is not for sale after US Secretary of State Marco Rubio cleared last week that President Trump's interest in the Danish territory was not a joke. South Africa's Minister of Minerals and Petroleum Resources suggested on Monday that if the US wishes to withdraw funding, Africa should perhaps withhold supplying them with minerals. US President Donald Trump is cutting off all future funding to South Africa because he claimed that country was confiscating land and treating certain classes of people very badly. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, in a meeting with Panamanian President Jose Raul Mulino, warned Panama to reduce China's influence over the canal area or face necessary measures to protect its rights of Americans under the treaty. Panama also reaffirmed its sovereignty over the Panama Canal as President Mulino asserted that his country's sovereignty over the world's second busiest waterway is not up for discussion. US President Trump said that he did not think troops would be necessary, but the Panama had violated the agreement and the United States would take back the canal. In Los Angeles, hundreds of demonstrators rallied against the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, over its increasing deportations and arrests. Activists in Texas marched on the streets protesting against US President Donald Trump's immigration policies. Taking to X, billionaire Elon Musk, leading President Donald Trump's federal cost-cutting push, says the administration is working to shut down the US Foreign Aid Agency. Belgium's De Wever was sworn in as the new Prime Minister on Monday, marking the first time that Belgian government will be led by a Flemish nationalist. A blast at a Moscow residential building killed 1 and injured 4. The governor of Russia's Astrakhan region said that a gas processing plant in the region had suspended operations before coming under a Ukrainian drone attack. Australian government has imposed counter-terrorism financing sanctions against online terrorism network Telegram. Foreign Minister Penny Wong said the government's move would make it a criminal offence to engage with the network. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is expected to begin talks on Monday, brokering a second phase of the ceasefire with Hamas, his office said as he visits Washington. Netanyahu will meet the President of the United States, Donald Trump, on Tuesday. The two leaders are expected to discuss the next phase of Gaza ceasefire agreement, the situation in Lebanon, as well as the Iranian threat. Time to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India. Timeless, boundless and infinite. The essence of faith. The soul of Sanatan culture. From the sacred confluence of Prayag.
Welcome back after that short break. Let's continue. Firefighters in the Italian province of Messina rescued people stranded by severe flooding in the northeastern region. The flooding occurred after intense weather conditions overwhelmed the area, submerging roads and buildings. In France, after more than a week of flooding, as waters are beginning to recede, residents of Venice are assessing the damage and cleaning up with the help of civil protection workers. Australian authorities warn that a major flood risk will persist in the northeastern state of Queensland despite torrential rain easing on Monday. Rising flood waters in eastern Australia have forced thousands to evacuate as heavy rain in parts of Darwin. Flooding has caused damage, sweeping away a chunk of critical bridge and leaving thousands without power. Australian authorities on Sunday confirmed that one person had died and urged people in North Queensland state to move to higher ground. On the other hand, Australian authorities warned that marine heatwave is the likely culprit behind deaths of more than 30,000 fish in West Australian waters earlier this month, with the harsh conditions expected to last through the summer. A thick layer of fog covered areas in India's capital New Delhi as the cold wave continues. As per IMD, the minimum temperature recorded in New Delhi on Monday morning was 8 degrees Celsius. The IMD forecasted wet spell likely over western Himalayan region and adjoining plains of northwest India till the 5th of February. India's weather department also predicted dense fog likely to continue over northwest India during next 24 hours and reduce in intensity thereafter. India's hilly region observed less than 0 degrees Celsius as the minimum temperatures on Monday morning. At the Mahakumbh in Prayagraj, foreign devotees are thronging in large numbers, taking holy dips and immersing themselves in spiritual grandeur of gathering. At the Mahakumbh Mela, a special initiative called the Namo App Pavilion has been unveiled. This pavilion offers a chance to explore how the government welfare schemes are changing lives across India. A streamlined Mercedes raised by Formula One greats in 1955 set a record for a Grand Prix car, selling at an auction for €51.155 million. The IMS car was sold by RM Sotheby's at the Mercedes Museum in Stuttgart and is the first W196R to be available for private ownership with a streamlined body fitted. Italian artist Quelo's digital projection at Barcelona's Casa Balto showcased nature's growth, blending technology and natural forms in an immersive experience. The projection was part of the Heritage of Tomorrow program, an initiative that has invited interdisciplinary artists to reinterpret architect Anthony Gaudi's legacy since 2021. A new exhibition in Tokyo uses cutting-edge technology to immerse visitors in Japan's samurai era and legendary artist Hokusai's iconic artwork. The Hokusai exhibition that runs till the 1st of June follows other tech-driven immersive art showcases in Tokyo that have proven to be draws among residents and overseas visitors. Wearing ornate masks, performers from Mali's Dogon community took part in the Oga Bagna festival, which is marking its 10th year. The mask dance is a distinctive feature of the Dogon community, a highly cultural and conservative group in the West African country. Kenyan trumpeter Mckinley Mutsembi has shattered the Guinness World Record for the longest marathon playing of trumpet. Mutsembi, who is a celebrated figure in Nairobi's musical scene, played for 26 hours and 40 minutes, making history in the musical world. As Vienna celebrates 200 years of the music and legacy of Johann Strauss II, the life and work of the king and the waltz are honoured at the House of Strauss Museum. Dancing humanoid robots and robo-dogs that respond to touch drew large crowds to an AI-themed robot temple fair in a Beijing shopping mall during China's week-long Lunar New Year holidays. At the World Tattoo Fair in Paris, the industry's top names defended their art in the face of competition from trends on social networks and from amateurs. A vibrant parade dazzled the Champs-Élysées in Paris on Sunday, marking the year of the snake with a burst of colours. In Dortmund, hunters competed in imitating red deer roars as part of a unique competition at the Hunting and Dogs Fair. The community in Happy in Brazil's Manaus has inaugurated its first movie theatre to delight the locals. Clad in white attire and bearing flower offerings, Brazilians congregated at Orvador Beach in Rio to honour Yemanja, an Afro-Brazilian sea goddess. Indian-American musician Chandrika Tandon has won the Grammy Award for Best New Age Ambient or Chant Album at the 67th Grammy Awards for her album Triveni. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday congratulated Chandrika Tandon on winning the Grammy for the album Triveni. Beyoncé won the Grammy Award for Best Country Album on Sunday for Cowboy Carter at a ceremony that served as a love letter to Coast City, Los Angeles. Kendrick Lamar won the Grammys for Record and Song of the Year for his smash diss track Not Like Us. Late US President Jimmy Carter also won a posthumous Grammy Award, his fourth, for Best Audiobook Narration and Storytelling Recording for a collection of his final Sunday school lessons in Georgia. Universal's new superhero comedy film Dogman bounded to the top of the North American box office this weekend. The film took in an estimated $36 million for the weekend period. In national games, shooter Sivskor Samra of Punjab won the gold medal in women's 50-meter three-position event in Dehradun on Monday. In men's 10-meter pistol final event, Karnataka's Jonathan Anthony delivered a standout performance, clinching gold. Hockey India announces free entry for all the fans for the upcoming FIH Pro League matches from the 15th till the 25th of February in Bhubaneswar. Head coach Gautam Gambhir said India would deploy an attacking style in T20 internationals after his side beat England to clinch the series by 4-1. Australian cricketer Michael Bevan was inducted in the Australian Cricket Hall of Fame on Monday. 4 players of the Indian team that won the ICC Women's Under-19 T20 Cricket World Cup have been named in the team of the tournament. India's wicketkeeper batter Sanju Samson will be out of action for more than a month after fracturing his finger in the match against England. The 14-member Indian team, which will represent the country at the Badminton Asia Mixed Team Championships later this month, will train in Guwahati. American player Oli won the inaugural edition of International Series India Golf Tournament in the suburbs of Delhi. Northern Ireland's Rory McIlroy marked his first PGA Tour event of the year with an impressive two-shot victory. Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford has joined Aston Villa on loan. The Englishman will join Villa at the end of the season. Former Spanish Soccer Federation President Luis Rubiales went on trial on Monday for his unsolicited touch of Jennifer Hermoso. Arsenal hammered champions Manchester City by 5-1 in Premier League title race to close the gap at the top to 6 points. Galatasaray have signed AC Milan striker Alvaro Morata on loan. He will remain at the club from February this year to January next year. And American Claressa Shields has been crowned boxing's first undisputed world champion after beating compatriot Daniel Perkins in Flint, Michigan. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and updates will continue here on DD India. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.